Why being consistent makes you fail at meal planning every single time, right? Now, relying on motivation or that white knuckle discipline, just like pushing through the barrier, never ever works long term. Think about when you make a New Year's Eve goal, like a plan of attack, right? Come January, maybe you're super into it, you're in the gym, you're eating healthy the first week, maybe two, maybe 3 weeks tops, but you always fizzle out by the end of January. Same concept here, right? Now, I saw this problem often, right? When I meal planned at scale in the military, very, very often, right? Experienced it myself recently. Last week, for instance, I didn't plug into my usual meal planning system and I felt just the wrath of life, right? Skipped my Monday and Tuesday morning workouts, which sucked. I never do. Didn't log on to any work for my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5, which is like my sacred time, right? I really take advantage of that time a lot. That's where I write this kind of stuff for you guys. I failed to decompress after work, spend that quality time with my wife, my dog, that kind of thing, which is so important, right? Now, I wanted to, but I didn't want to blame external factors which is so easy to do, right? You could blame it on, let's say, overtime at work. Maybe my back hurts all the time. My back hurt, right? I just didn't feel like I was in the mood, right? Um, Family obligations, events, vacations, whatever it could be. There's a list of 100 different reasons we could say why we didn't sit down and plan our meals, but it's hard not to think that way at first. We're all human, but the fact of life is we all have something going on every single week, forever and ever. Now, the definition of the word consistent, it's kind of a load of garbage. I don't really like it. Now, it's defined by, I think I looked this up in the Oxford Dictionary or something like that, or the Cambridge Dictionary. Now, always behaving or happening in a similar, especially positive way. Real life, it doesn't work that way. It just really doesn't, right? I mean, last week I could have lost all momentum if I failed to be consistent, giving up by Wednesday since I didn't have any meals planned yet, right? That would have been easy. I could whip out DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever version of that, order some Italian food, some pizza or something like that, or pasta. No problem. It would have tasted good. So we're asking ourselves, why not? Why not make the easy decision, right? Well, a few different reasons, right? Budget, you blow your budget super easy on delivery fees alone, right? Most likely unhealthy, right? We're ordering ad hoc DoorDash. It's not going to be the best food for us. We're going to sleep shitty. We're going to wake up with no focus, no clarity. You're not going to be making good decisions the rest of the day, right? All because we went the easy route of ordering some Italian food, which tasted delicious, but it didn't set us up for success the next day. So instead of going this route, snap myself out of it Wednesday morning, I just changed my mindset, right? I thought about what I teach here. I'm not perfect either, but I had to really aggressively think towards it, right? 6 a.m., woke up, so I had time to work out. I felt great. Sat down 10 minutes to plan my remaining week of meals. Just because Monday and Tuesday wasn't set up already, that didn't mean I could just let it snowball into bad decisions the rest of the week, right? Now, I spent 5 minutes prepping two go to breakfast meals, right? I've covered this in in a newsletter before. Go to breakfast meals, there's something that take under 5 minutes to make. We'll go through that a little more in detail soon. But, I was able to log on early with a fresh cup of coffee and write some meal planning OS newsletter stuff, which felt great. The best part was, though, I felt accomplished and I knew I had a plan of attack for the rest of the week. I scheduled a healthy takeout meal for Wednesday night. My wife and I, we do sushi and Survivor, kind of a ritual of ours, and it was on track. We even got the buffs and everything, kind of dorky like that. But now remember, planned takeout, way better than ad hoc delivery any night of the week, right? All day it wins. Because if I whipped out DoorDash to order food on the fly, I'd probably get pizza, greasy Italian food. Tastes good, but doesn't make me feel good, right? That ad hoc delivery, it's gonna make me sleep crummy. I'm gonna wake up groggy. I'm gonna skip workouts. That decision fatigue, it's gonna build up and accumulate all week and push out the rest of my decision making ability for much worse, right? It just kills productivity in general. But that pre-planned healthy takeout food, even sushi, right? Maybe it's not an A plus meal, but I'll give it like a B minus B plus meal. Way better. And it's something to look forward to and fuels my body to make decisions the right way. So practice makes perfect, right? With everything in life, the more reps you get writing down your meal plan for the upcoming week, simple, the easier and more efficient the process will be, right? And you trust me on this. Years and years of meal planning at a very large volume at scale in the military is why I'm able to do this so fast now, right? And it's why I'm able to teach you exercises like this one I'm going to go through in a second here. But keep in mind, don't get discouraged, right? The trick is to start very small, like much smaller than you think, for instance. What I'm able to do in 10 minutes might take you a little longer, which is fine. Now, breakfast is the easiest spot to begin with meal planning. Think easy to make, like under 5 minutes. It's going to set you up for the rest of the day, right? So I create a little 10-minute exercise. Might take you 2-3 minutes. But basically, you're going to go ahead and write down 3 go-to breakfast meals you can make in under 5 minutes. No Google, no Pinterest, don't phone a friend or anything like that. If it takes less than 5 minutes to make in your kitchen, you can write it down. So mine, for example, one of my go-tos I eat almost every day is overnight oats. I could make probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 of them in like 2 to 3 minutes or something like that. Another good option is granola, berries. Sometimes I'll put banana, chia seeds, that kind of stuff in it. It's a good ad hoc item to keep those staples around. So say I just wasn't able to run to the grocery store on Sunday. I have that granola, the berries, the banana, the chia seeds just around my house, so I can make on an ad hoc morning. I just need it to go, right? What's another one? It could be as simple as cereal even. It could be heating up a frozen burrito that you made last week. Whatever it is, takes under 5 minutes to prep or to make ahead or whatever version of it. It's got to be quick and easy, right? Now, step 2. So we're going to X out 2 of these. We're going to take out the ones that take the most time, even if it shaves off 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, right? So I'm going to shave off, I'll just make it easy. I'll shave off these bottom 2. So now I'm left with overnight oats, granola, berries, banana, chia seeds, right? These are 2 of my go-to breakfast meals, which is very true. So the Survivors, that's our new go-to breakfast meal. Now tattoo this into your head, tattoo it on your body if you need to. Just write it down somewhere. Keep it in mind. This is your go-to breakfast meal that takes under 5 minutes to make. Lock it in. Now we're going to build our grocery list. So we're going to break down the ingredients for the meal you landed on here. Start with 1 serving. Think, how does your morning schedule look ahead? Do you have any early commutes? How many people are you feeding in your household? Is it you and your spouse? Do you have children? You have a mother-in-law, father-in-law staying with you, whatever it may be. Next, you're going to multiply the number of meals or servings you need to make by the number of ingredients you need for a single serving. Now, might sound a little complicated, but it's really not. So we'll use my example, right? Overnight oats. My household is 2 people. And let's just call it, we're going to need it for 3 servings this week because 2 mornings we have early morning commitments. We'll just call it. So what do we do there? That means 3 servings times 2 people equals 6, right? So that means we need 6 servings of overnight oats. So we need 6 servings of overnight oats. Now we can figure out our grocery list here. Your mornings are going to run on autopilot now. And to figure that out, it's going to look like this. So 6 servings of overnight oats. That means for us, let's just do 1 serving at a time, right? That's what makes it easy. So 1 serving. For myself, it's going to be 1 cup oats, 1 cup milk. We'll call it 2 tablespoons chia seeds, and we'll call it a half cup of berries. So that's 1 serving right there for myself. Now what we can do is we can copy this. You can do it in a Google Doc like I'm doing. You can do it elsewhere, whatever that means. Now 1 serving for my wife, it's going to be a little different. We usually do about half. So that's going to be 0.5, 0.5, 1, and we'll call it like 0.3 or something like that. So now that we know this, we can multiply this out. So we're going to need 3 servings for myself, 3 servings for my wife. So what do we do there? We do some simple math. So that means we're going to need 3 cups of oats for me. We're going to need 3 cups of milk We're going to need 6 tablespoons chia seeds. And we're going to need 1.5 cups of berries. For my wife, we're going to do it pretty similar, right? 3, so 1.5. That's going to be 1.5. And that's going to be 3. And that's going to be, we'll just call it a cup, right? Now all you do is you add up all these ingredients here total. So we're going to do the 3 cups of oatmeal plus my wife's. So that's going to be what? So this is the total. Hold on, let me move this down so you can see it a little easier. So what that means for the total here, we're going to add up the oatmeal total. That's going to be 4.5 cups of oats. That's going to be 4.5 cups of milk. That's going to be 6 tablespoons of chia seeds plus 3 tablespoons. So that's going to be 9 tablespoons chia seeds. And that's going to be a whopping, I messed up the math here, didn't I? No, I think that's right. 2.5 cups of berries. Now we have our grocery list. That's exactly what we need for these 6 servings of overnight oats, which is going to be 3 servings this week for a household of 2. Now that took me, whatever it is, you could look at the timestamp, a couple minutes probably. That's breakfast covered for this whole week though. Now we're good. We've got our grocery list, right? Your mornings are going to run on autopilot now. Now, it's a little hot in here. I created a grocery list blueprint to make this a lot easier. I've linked it below. But keep in mind here, so the weeks I accomplish the most, I'm hitting all my workouts. I feel refreshed in the morning to make those tough decisions, right? And I log off at night feeling like an absolute superhero. I'm able to decompress with my wife. Maybe I can even do a PM workout or something, whatever it is. Go walk the dog or something. It always begins with that pre-planned breakfast. Starting with the planning the breakfast, build up to lunch and dinner, right? But baby steps to this all. That's what I'm here to help with every week, right? Now, I send out weekly actionable frameworks to slowly build your own meal planning system every week in my newsletter. Now, these are all meant to reduce decision fatigue and give you time for what's most important in life, right? All to reduce decision fatigue. That's the whole goal of Meal Planning OS. Now, I'll link below my newsletter, but also if you're new to this channel, check out the Meal Planning OS playlist. It should show somewhere up here.